Society treats a high IQ like a cheat code for life. The prevailing assumption is that a faster brain guarantees an effortless existence, one where you bypass obstacles and solve problems before they even arrive. Psychology reveals a much heavier reality. For many, high intelligence functions as a silent, internal burden, creating emotional and social hurdles that remain invisible to everyone else. You can stand in the middle of a crowded room, perfectly reading the room's energy and the people within it, while feeling entirely, utterly isolated. It raises a difficult question. Why does a more powerful brain make the most basic form of human connection so difficult to achieve? A highly active mind functions as a hypersensitive lens, magnifying every interaction, nuance, and emotion into an experience that is far more intense than the average person realizes. The baseline state of a highly intelligent mind is a machine without an off switch. It is constantly observing, analyzing, and storing data from its environment. This leads to a psychological state known as analysis paralysis, where the sheer volume of data makes even simple real-time decisions feel impossible. During a standard conversation, the brain is simultaneously decoding microexpressions, parsing tone shifts, and scanning for hidden motives beneath the spoken words. Running these involuntary background checks on every human interaction requires massive amounts of cognitive energy, leaving the individual physically and mentally drained. A social interaction that others find relaxing is, for the highly intelligent, an overwhelming data processing task. Because the mind is already processing so much information, routine small talk feels genuinely exhausting. Discussing the weather or weekend plans provides zero mental stimulation. The intelligent mind craves depth, philosophy, complex psychology, and the exploration of abstract ideas that challenge its own boundaries. A severe relational mismatch occurs when attempting to engage with a world that prefers to stay on the surface. These attempts at depth are often met with confusion or disinterest. To cope, many develop defense mechanisms, either withdrawing from group settings entirely or maintaining a tiring facade just to blend in with the crowd. This isolation is rarely a choice born of arrogance. It is the result of a fundamental and painful mismatch in communication bandwidth. The same sensitivity that catches a hidden motive or a subtle pattern also detects the vibrations of another person's internal distress. This deep perception of others means the cold, calculating genius is largely a myth. In reality, high intelligence frequently manifests as hyperempathy. Psychologists call this emotional contagion. You perceive someone else's struggle so vividly that you begin to absorb it, carrying an intense emotional weight that belongs to another person. This turns human connection into a dangerous, double-edged sword. Every new relationship becomes a potential channel for someone else's grief or anxiety to enter your own mind. Many highly intelligent people eventually pull away from loved ones, using distance as a necessary shield against total emotional overload. The cruelest irony of high intelligence is that the capacity to deeply understand humanity is exactly what makes living within it so heavy. Living with high intelligence involves seeing the world in intricate, invisible layers that remain hidden to most people. Feeling confused or alienated by this deep awareness is a natural response to the world, not a psychological defect or a sign that you are broken. Survival requires the establishment of strict emotional boundaries. You must consciously decide which external emotions you allow into your internal space in order to protect yourself from empathetic burnout. It also requires the patience to wait for the rare individuals who can operate on your specific intellectual and emotional frequency. A mind that analyzes everything is an extraordinary gift. It simply requires protective boundaries and the right environment to truly thrive.